people with diabetes must understand how to respond to situations where an insulin dose adjustment is recommended, such as during travel. In this edition of Pharmacy Pearls, we'll review how travel affects insulin requirements and how to adjust your insulin dose to compensate for it. By following this advice, the traveler with diabetes should be able to arrive at their destination without experiencing any highs or lows, and acclimatize quickly by changing to local destination time and activities as soon as possible. If you are traveling within North America, you often do not need to make any adjustments to your insulin. Specifically, time differences of no more than 3 hours will not have a big impact on your blood glucose control. Just spread out your meals and insulin as close to usual as possible. If you are traveling through more than 3 time zones, you will need to change your insulin dose. When traveling east, you lose hours, resulting in a shorter day. As a result, you will usually need less insulin and less sleep. By comparison, when traveling west, you gain hours and the day is longer. This will usually require more insulin and an extra meal. You should discuss specific plans so that you can plan for changes. For instance, you need to know the departure time, length of time in the air, scheduled stopovers, arrival time, including the local time and date, plans for the day after landing, nature of the trip, such as business or pleasure, temperature at destination, and its impact on insulin stability and storage requirements, expected activity level, as exercise may require further insulin dose adjustments, and the availability of supplies. Additionally, a medication list and physician letter documenting your medical history may be required. Stay on the departure time and schedule until the trip is over and you arrive at your destination. At this point, you should change your watch to the local time and adopt the local meal and sleep schedule as soon as possible. In order to make sense of insulin adjustments during travel, it helps to have a good understanding of how different types of insulin work in the body. For example, when traveling east from, say, Toronto to Europe, you will lose 6 to 7 hours or 1/3 of the day. Because of this, it is usually best to take 1/3 less of your nighttime basal dose of insulin, consisting of either intermediate or long-acting basal analog, on the travel day. This dose is often given while on the plane crossing the Atlantic. By comparison, on the return trip, you will gain 6 to 7 hours and your day will be longer. When you arrive home, you will need to eat an extra meal and have an extra dose of shorter rapid-acting bolus insulin to cover your meal and keep you from running low on insulin for the rest of the day. In this case, the dose of insulin must last 6 to 7 hours until you get back on schedule. If you happen to use premixed insulin, speak to your doctor or diabetes educator. The same principles will apply, but the doses need to be calculated. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please show your support for Pharmacy Pearls by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Take care.